going on, guys? It is officially the the NFL playoffs, and I'm going to be predicting every game. This video was supposed to drop earlier, but I guess it's not. Anyways, there is the full bracket on the screen right now, as you guys see, and yeah, you can just follow that. So we've got 6 games. The lowest seed in each that I predict to win will go on to play the highest seed, and the way I'm going to do it is, I have like a doc. It's a 49ers doc predicting the playoffs, and I have another one on ESPN, and pretty much, I'm going to just be predicting the games, and that's where I put the games, and also obviously on my random Google Doc that I made of myself. Anyways, my picks on the year, I am 169 and 103, and what else? 0 for 12 in the playoffs, 272, and obviously have not done the Super Bowl yet. But anyways, let's get going. Okay, so we got Browns-Texans. This is the early game from the early AFC game. Early game just in general for both teams. I'm actually going to set this down. That might make some noise, but yeah. Okay, so we're getting going with Browns-Texans. And I already looked at a bunch of picks. I made my picks based on what I think and just to see what others think. Obviously not picking based on that. But anyways, starting with Browns-Texans. I like the Texans. They're one of my favorite teams. I think the Browns are the better team. Browns have more experience. The Texans are a young team. Obviously, Joe Flacco. He looks like he's so calm, same as Stroud. It's just the two teams that nobody expected to be here, and either way, these teams both had good seasons over what they expected, but I think it's going to be really close, and I'm going to take the Texans to win it. Most people say the Browns are going to win it, or think the Browns are going to win it, but I mean, I'm not like most people. I want to have actually interesting picks, not just taking the best team in the match, because obviously, it's not how it works. The best team doesn't win every game. Then the night game on Saturday, it's the Peacock exclusive. I can't say that word. We got Dolphins and Chiefs, and I think there's an easy answer to this game. Obviously, the Dolphins are used to good temperature, high temperature. I think it's like, I saw something where it's like a 72-degree difference. What the Dolphins are going to. They're going to 65-degree Miami weather, and they have to adjust this Kansas City weather. The Chiefs are used to it. It's supposed to be it's supposed to be 0 degrees for most of the game and get to a low of -9. So it's going to be really tough for a team that plays better in cold weather. And the Dolphins have some statistic where they're like really bad in cold weather games. They haven't won one in the playoffs, or maybe not the playoffs, but just in general. Obviously not in general. They can win games, but yeah, I'm going to take the Chiefs. I don't think it'll be a bad game. I don't think it'll be a great game. I think the Chiefs will win by double digits, but we'll see. So moving on to the Bills and the Steelers game. All 3 AFC games coming before the NFC games, but we got Steelers-Bills, and I think this is the most easy game to pick. It's going to be another cold one. I think it's supposed to be snowing in Buffalo. Steelers, they're an alright team, probably the worst team in the playoffs right now. And the Bills, boy, they had a big recoup of this season. They started off really bad. They were 6-6 at one point, maybe even 7-7, and they 6-6, because they couldn't be 7-7, and they won out, and it was really big, and they ended up winning that division and getting the 2 seed, so they could host the Chiefs, which would be huge, because it's always the Chiefs hosting them in those crazy games. But this is not going to be a great game, and I don't think the Steelers are going to score many points. Mason Rudolph's been balling, but I don't think he has enough in him against that Bills defense and in the pressure of a playoff game at the Bills Stadium. So I'll take the Bills to win it, and I think they'll win by maybe like 15 plus. I think they'll win handily. Then, starting with the NFC games, we've got second game of the doubleheader on at 1:30 on Sunday. It's Packers-Cowboys on Fox. And I don't know. This is a game where I wanted to take an upset, and I'm still thinking about taking the upset, because obviously the Cowboys, over the last years, they don't have a great history in the playoffs. They lose a lot of games, but we'll definitely see what happens here in this game. It'll be super interesting, because this is probably one of the worst games, but also at the same time one of the better games, because it's a playoff rivalry, two teams with incredible franchises, and probably the most viewed game this is going to be, per one of the most hyped up games. But Packers-Cowboys, Packers have a young team. Nobody expected this team to be in the playoffs. Cowboys, they always make the playoffs, but they never can win. I just said that, but yeah. I'm going to take the Cowboys. I think the Packers will keep it close, maybe even surprise some people at the score with at one point, and I think it'll be a low-scoring game, but I'll take the Cowboys to win a close one. Moving on to Rams-Lions, I don't want the Rams to win. I think they will win, though. The Lions, they just seem like a regular season team, a team that had an incredible regular season. Nobody really expected it much besides me. And now are in the playoffs. They get to host the Rams. And the Rams, Matthew Stafford obviously returns to Detroit. Jared Goff to, Los Angeles, or gets to play his former team. And it's going to be super interesting. Not really a rivalry game, but it's almost like the NFL scripted the way this turned out, and this is going to be probably the best game, or second best game, I'm not sure. It's one of the better games, and this one could go either way, but my upset is I will take the Rams to win it. Rams, more experienced team. Lions, they have a lot of rookies, and I don't know, I just feel like something's destined to go wrong with that team. But they're a good team, and that one could go either way. I won't be mad if I get that one wrong. Moving on to the least exciting game of the weekend, we got the Eagles and the Bucks, and boy, oh boy, do I want the Bucks to dominate this game, and I don't know about this game. Like, I don't know who to take in this game, because this is probably the closest game between the two teams. The Eagles, best team in the league throughout, like, they're up until the very beginning of December, they were the best team. After that Niners loss, so happy, that was an incredible game. After that Niners loss, they kind of just started a free fall. They've struggled, and the Bucks, on the other hand, they've just been the Bucks. They've won the division again. I think it's like the only NFC. I saw something the other day where they're the only NFC team that's made the playoffs 4 in a row. Maybe won the division. I'm not sure. But yeah. Wow. How are they? I'm just still surprised the Eagles got so low. I'm not sure. But yeah, this is gonna be close. I think the Eagles will have enough to overcome the regular season problems at the end, and I think they'll make it close. I did originally think they're gonna win. I'm gonna take the Bucks in a really close game. I think it's just gonna be one of those things where my teams are just super lucky, and I think they will win. And the playoff bracket, if everything's right, is this. Okay, I'm just assuming that was a really bad transition. I'm not sure what it sounded like. Probably weird for you guys. But if everything turns out that way, you will get the Ravens and the Texans. You'll get the Chiefs and the Bills. And then on the NFC, you'll get the Rams and the Niners. I didn't even think about that. You'll get the Rams and the Niners, and then you'll get the Bucks and the Cowboys. It would be a great divisional. Drop your predictions down below for the top games. Don't need to drop them all. And I'm going to go submit these picks on my ESPN fan thing for the Niners one. We'll see if I win. I think it's at 1.2 thousand points or something. But yeah, that's it for the wild card picks. More coming for the divisional, and we'll see the Niners in the divisional round. Peace.